You are listening to the Horse Radio Network, part of the Equine Network family.
Welcome to the Rides Winning Insights, Horse and Rider's mini-sode series where we share audio lessons from Horse and Rider OnDemand trusted Western professionals. At Horse and Rider OnDemand, you can enjoy hundreds of how-to videos from disciplines like reining, ranch riding, reined cow horse, natural horsemanship, and more. Plus, you'll get insider access to clinic footage and step-by-step tutorials taught by top-level Western professionals. Head over to ondemand.horseandrider.com and use promo code THERIDE for 15% off our basic membership. That's ondemand.horseandrider.com and code THERIDE for 15% off.
On this episode of Winning Insights, let's hear from Horse and Rider on-demand trainer and well-respected horseman, Brad Barkemeyer. Brad is going to talk about geographic responsibility today. This means knowing where you're at in the arena, where you're headed, and how to guide your horse there. This episode is brought to you by Cosequin. Cosequin ASU joint and hoof pellets contain quality ingredients to support joint and hoof health and leave out the fillers, molasses, and alfalfa, all while delivering the taste horses love. The colors of our ingredients shine through for a difference you can see. Visit CosequinEquine.com.
Geographic responsibility. So what's that mean? That is knowing where you are in the arena at all times. Whether you're in a horsemanship pattern, ranch riding pattern, working cow horse, doesn't matter. You have to know where you are in relation to the fences to properly utilize the real estate that you have available to make your horse the best he can be. We all get pretty comfortable at home because we know where we're at and you know where the gates are and you know where your horse's tendencies to lean are and those kind of things. But today's topic is going to be a little bit more about the show pen. And we show in a lot of different arenas across the country that are in different setups. Some are round on the ends, some are Coliseum type settings. Others are panels out in the middle of a pasture. So you have to be able to adjust your riding according to the arena size, conditions of the ground, where the judges are going to be sitting. All of these kind of things come into play. So I came up with a plan of trying to figure out how to teach beginner riders to always know where they are in the arena. And it's pretty easy in a circle because you've got a middle marker and you've got an end of the arena and sides. So that part never changes. What changes are the dimensions. So if you can get yourself to where you're riding ahead of your horse with your eyes so that you know where you're going, it's easier for your horse to follow along. I call this home base. This is the dead center of the arena. Equal distance from both ends, equal distance from both sides. This is where it's all going to happen. In a reining pattern, the judges are going to be either directly behind me or directly in front of me. It's important that you cross the middle marker, the center, home plate, in the same tracks every time, no matter what's going on both sides of your circles. The next piece from home base is first base. Okay, so if you set it up like a baseball diamond, home plate is here. First base is the first quarter of my circle. Second base is going to be the top of my circle, furthest away from center. Third base would be the next quarter, 3/4 of my first circle, and then from third base to home plate again. That way I always know where I'm at in the circle. I've got a focal point and mental checklist to go through where I can say, okay, I'm rounding second, headed to third. How does my horse feel? Are we going to the right place? That's the basis of running the bases, okay, in a circle. It's a little more difficult when your circle's a lot smaller and you're not on the fences, but you got to use that same principle of breaking that circle into quarters so that you can keep your eye and your horse traveling on the same path. I'm going to demonstrate, just kind of give you a visual of where the bases will be, right? So we'll start here at home plate. Now, as soon as I'm My horse is prepared for the lead departure. I want to look to first base, right? Keep my eyes up, get my horse in the proper lead. Now I'm riding to first base. As I'm getting to first, now I'm turning my head, I'm looking at second. Want my horse to go to second. Now I'm turning my head, I'm looking at third. Now I'm at third, I'm looking where that middle marker is. My horse doesn't fall down. Now I'm back to home. Okay, so that's an exaggerated version. You don't necessarily have to accentuate turning your head, but it's a good place to start and practice to develop the habits of being able to run a perfect circle and keep your horse with you at all times. Geographical responsibility.
This episode is brought to you by Cosequin. Visit CosequinEquine.com.
Thank you for tuning in to the Rides Winning Insights Minisode podcast. We hope you enjoyed this minisode. Please be sure to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts and follow Horse and Rider on social media and at horseandrider.com to see all the cool things that we're up to. If you have any comments or questions, please be sure to hit us up at horseandrider@equinenetwork.com. We love to hear from you guys. And if you love what you're listening to, please be sure to leave us a review on iTunes.